going to insert an actual intro to this because I am trying to do this fast. Y'all, today is Friday. I already did my workout. I am getting ready for my day. I'm running behind. Why did I go in here? Because I need to go to the chiropractor. But I'm gonna bring y'all along. I wanted to do something different this week instead of y'all just seeing me sit at my desk and like doing a couple things around the house. I wanted to kind of show you what my day is, because last time I wanted to bring y'all with me grocery shopping. That didn't happen because I was running out of time. And today I have plenty of time, other than I need to take a quick shower, get ready, so I'm not late to my chiropractor appointment. So I'm gonna hop in the shower, get dressed, and hopefully I can say something more. I might talk to y'all in the car. So I'll be back. Okay, hi everybody. I just got out of the chiropractor. You know what's crazy is that my chiropractor every other week, right? And every time I go, I don't realize how in pain I am in something. Like, he adjusts my back, right? And especially my lower back, well, my upper and my lower back, he adjusts it, and immediately I feel relief. And I'm like, oh, that was hurting. I didn't even notice that it was hurting. Like, that's crazy to me. Also, my knee, he finally told me why I'm having like some discomfort, and what it is that the band for my for the outside of my leg is weak because of the accident, and I have to do specific exercises to make it stronger since I have that tear in my knee. And since I have that tear in my knee, what it's doing is that instead of my lower bone being straight, it's cocking to the inside. And so when I want to do any type of lateral movement, it hurts. And he has to do some weird movements to put it back in place. So when I start walking after that, I'm like, that's why it's been difficult for me to walk. Like, I can't explain it. It's kind of like, I don't walk like I normally do. When it starts to hurt and it feels uncomfortable, I have to do this other type of walk, and it works, but it's not my walk, and it's like not how I'm used to walking. And then when he just fixed it and I start walking, I was like, oh, I can walk like I normally do. It's just weird. So now that I'm done with that, I am going to go get my allergy shots. So that is the next on the agenda. Okay, so I got my allergy shot, so now I am going to drive to Katy, which is like 40 minutes from here, to get a piece that my son needs because his got stolen from school for band. It's like the piece that he blows into for his French horn. So now I get to drive 40 minutes to do that. Okay, so I am leaving the mall. Bruh, I was there for
over 12 years, Mom Sharon Temu has trusted Texas Children's Health Plan to care for her daughter Imani's unique health needs.
One of the teachers told me Imani was not progressing like her peers. Texas Children's Health Plan has been a blessing for us.
Okay, so I am back in my car. It is Saturday morning and I am headed to my Saturday morning workout class at Barry's. I am back at home from my workout and bruh, did it kick my butt. I went to the chiropractor yesterday, right? And I think because of getting adjusted, I just couldn't run as much as I really wanted to. And it's frustrating me because like I know I have more in me and I just couldn't. I can't tell you that my chest, the shoulders, the arms are so tired. It's hard for me to hold this phone up right now because I'm so exhausted. We still have things to do. It is Saturday, like I said earlier, so I am going to hop in the shower, get dressed, and then we have some more errands to run because our to-do list is not done. In fact, I just realized I was missing some things from that to-do list, so I will also add that in here of what other things that we need to do. So I will be back after I get dressed. So now that I have a little time, I just wanted to go over like some of the stuff that I didn't get to yesterday. So after the movie, we went to go pick up Keelan, brought him back, and decided just to have like a dinner out button. So we got some takeout from Chili's, had a little picnic in the living room, and watched Moana together, which I'll include some clips.
Hey, Mommy.
Where they're gonna be. I just have to find those
So that was fun. And then after that, because we watched both, we watched Moana and then Moana 2. We were so tired, so I just came in bed. We all laid down and went to sleep. I didn't even do Duolingo yesterday. It was a family day. It was really nice. So on my mall trip, I went to two different places. I only bought stuff from two different places. So the first was Ari. I got this shirt, super cute. I really like the lines on it. I almost got a similar shirt at the next place I went to, but I was like, no, one's more than enough. And y'all, I went down a size, all my shirts, and I think that's why I'm not feeling them, is because I'll put them on and they look extremely boxy on me, and then I realized when I was trying on shirts, like, I'm down a size. I am in a large now, no longer an extra large, so that was really exciting. And then I got these shorts I got these more for like lounge wear to wear around the house, because sometimes I just want to be chilling at home, and these are perfect for that. So that was, like I said, from Ari. And then I went to Old Navy. I got the shirt that I'm wearing. nice, very summer vacation vibes. That's why I liked it. And then I got some a couple more shirts. I had to get ready for St. Patrick's Day so my kids don't pinch me, but got this. I like that. I like the color, and then I like the sleeves and the collar. And then I got 2 of the same shirts, just in different colors, because I really like the fit of the shirt. So it's this one, and it's just a plain cotton t-shirt. And I like that it has like little on the sides. It's so comfortable, so I got it this color, and then I got it in black. And so that was my little mini shopping that I like, that I did yesterday. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was Captain America. So we saw Captain America. I think that the actor, I cannot remember his name. Like, it's right when I was about to say it, just left. Anthony something. Y'all can look him up. Every time I think of him, I just think of Papa Doc. And if you know, you know. But anyways, so Anthony Mackie, I think he was perfect for the role based on the fact that he was going to be a Black Captain America. I do think that they try to include some of the struggles that he came with, and I think some people do misread it and think of it's just like him having struggles as a Black man, but I think a lot of the struggles he actually faces is because he's a perfectionist, and he talks about it constantly. Like, he does say how it weighs on him, how people will treat him a certain way because they don't know him just by the way he looks, but he wants to change that perspective, and we see the theme of that throughout the movie. I don't know, it's something about these newer Marvel movies, they're just not hitting like they used to. They're not giving me real like superhero vibes. It just seems like they want you to be so close to the character, and then they want you to see the advertisement and like the villain, and then it's wrapped up in a tight, neat little bow, and it's done. It happens so quick at the end. Like, we were spending all this time with Captain America, seeing his new sidekick and his behavior like with friends, and then his friend is thought to be trying to kill to pew the president, and then he's trying to prove his innocence, and we see that for most of the movie. And then the big bad evil we finally see near the end, and then like we see the Red Hulk. The Red Hulk runtime felt like 15 minutes. He was there and then he was gone. Like, and I mean, I don't know. The villain didn't feel enough villain to me. Like, I think what we liked about Marvel, it was like the superhero comic books and the superhero cartoons we watched as children, and now it's like they're trying to make it more humanized, and that's not what we watch them for. It's fantastical. That's what we want to see, and it just didn't feel like that. It very much felt like they're going on a route that it's just like Batman. Like, all these people have the gadgets to be superheroes, and I mean, they have to have some intelligence to do that, right? And they're the ones that we're going to see here from here on out. That's going to be heroes. There's no super, they're just heroes. And that seems like the way they're going. And I mean, that's cool and all, but to be fair, when I think about like the Avengers, Bruce Banner, the Hulk, has some type of superpower, so does Thor. And we saw Spider-Man being a part of the Avengers somewhat in the last couple movies when they were fighting Thanos. So he has it. And then Black Panther, like, what I liked about Black Panther is, yes, he was a normal person, but then he took the antidote to become have super strength. I don't know. It felt a little underwhelming to me, so. But it wasn't a bad movie. Would I have paid for it to see in the movies? No. It was more us paying for it to have an experience with our kids. And as long as they had fun, I had fun. I did enjoy like having that experience with my children, and I love seeing the movies, but I just don't see myself really going to the movie theaters for Marvel movies. The ones that they are starting to do, like they had previews for them, and I just don't see myself seeing those in the movie theaters. I'll wait till they come out on Disney Plus. Even this movie, like there were some parts I was like, whoa, when you calm down on the cursing and some of the stuff that they were talking about, because it, in essence, is supposed to be a kid's movie. Like, I had my 9-year-old there, and the amount of cursing that they had was a little too much for me, for my comfortability with my children. But that's just coming from a parent background. As a 36-year-old female, it was fine, but it just seems like they're trying to be more cutting edge and even being a little more crafty with their scenes where people were being taken out. And I was like, I don't want my 9-year-old to have nightmares. So that was the other thing about that too, that was a little off to me, because there's just certain things that they were doing that, like, we all know people, you know, in movies, especially superhero movies, but they do it in a way that it's like, as an adult, you know, but as a kid, it's like, oh, they're just gone. Like, you don't think like, oh, they're unalive now. No. But in this movie, you knew what happened to them. So that was interesting. But other than that, like, it was an okay movie. Out of 10, I would say it was like a solid 7, 6 or 7. So it wasn't a bad movie. It's just, like I said, if it weren't for my kids, I would have waited till it went to Disney Plus. And that's what I would recommend if you're wanting to see it. Like, if you want to have that in theater experience, you can. There's just not many aspects in the movie that in a theater makes it better. Sometimes movies are better in theaters. I just don't see this being one of them. I think you would have the same experience at home. I'm finished getting ready. My husband's getting ready, and then we're gonna get Keelan ready, and we're gonna go to the grocery store. So that is our next thing to do. And hopefully we do something and enjoy this weather. It's beautiful outside. It's mid-70s, so we want to get out and get some sunshine as well. Hello, it is Sunday, and I'm not working today. I took it off just so we can have some family time. I wanted to show you the fit. I was actually wearing something different. I just changed. I was being cute. I had some blue jeans on, and the shirt that I got that's like this, that is in that kind of a salmon-y mauve color. But then we're gonna be chasing after the kids. We're gonna be playing outside, so had to change, make sure that I can keep up with those kids, you know what I'm saying? So just changed the outfit. Now we are going to do this hair, which is pretty much all done. I just have to fluff it out and shake it out. But I've already put moisturizer on and everything. I don't want to do too much because probably gonna be sweaty, but I'm gonna do a little something. I'm really excited to have an extra day off this week. It was very needed, and I think it's good for the kids, especially my Keelan, since he's the baby. He wants to spend time with me sometimes, and it's hard. Sundays are one of the hardest days for us because they're not going to school, they're not going to daycare, yet I'm working. And I just feel bad, like he'll be like, Mom, try to ask me questions and things, and I'm like, buddy, it sounds great, but mommy's gotta work. So this way I can have some extra times with my boys. And we're gonna look for a obstacle course here, either in Houston or one of the suburbs. I picked a couple different ones and sent it to my husband so he could talk with the kiddos and see which one they liked. None of them are too far. I think the longest is like 40 minutes, which, I mean, if you're not a person that likes to drive, that might be considered far to you, but for us, it's like normal. I know people in Houston aren't used to that because I've heard like people say, oh, that's too far, that's too far. And I'll be like, and when I talk to them and I tell them like how often we drive around and stuff, they're like, dang. And it's because I'm from Seattle and everything's kind of far away. Like nothing's that close to you like that. You go in 20 minutes every time you leave the house to go to where you need to go. And especially because I lived in Tacoma before we left, or university place, Seattle was over an hour drive on, especially on the weekend, sometimes 2 hours. So if you're not used to that, because I know that where we are now used to just be farmland. So I get it, they're just not used to that experience, but for us, it's like, whatever. We want to go to the Woodlands, we go to the Woodlands. We want to go to Katy, we'll go to Katy. We want to go to Sugarland, we'll go to Sugarland. And Houston's one of those places is like, Houston's 40 minutes from Houston. So some of the suburbs I'm naming, like local people from Houston will say, oh, that's not Houston, that's not Houston. I mean, I'm gonna take your word from it. I have no skin in the game. You tell me, I'm new here. I'm not gonna argue. But I would imagine that back before the suburbs were so prominent that there was no Sugarland, Texas. It was, I would imagine it would just be Houston, Texas, and Sugarland's subset of it. Because that's how it was in Washington. There were certain cities like Skyway, for instance. It's a suburb of Seattle. It is Seattle city limits. And when I was a kid and I lived there, it was just considered Seattle. And now it's more of a place that it has its own, like you'll see it say Skyway, Washington, and that's newer, but it's has not always been that way. So I get it. But like I said, I ain't got no skin in the game. Don't be coming in my comments trying to tell me about myself. I'm new here. I'm not going to tell nobody nothing. I'm not saying that they're not right. That everybody's right. As far as I'm concerned. Okay, I think this stuff, I wanted to put a little bit of SPF on, and I had got this as a like slight tint, but I'm pretty sure it is too gray tone, but this is like the closest color I was going to get. And I meant to return it, I never did, so I want to use it. And I am pale right now for me, so I think what I'm gonna do is I have my poof, and I'm just going to shape this really good. Okay, and you'll see what I mean when I put it on, and hopefully as we're chilling outside, it warms up. You see what I mean? Like, I have a natural glow in my skin that it doesn't completely take it away, but it definitely doesn't enhance it. I'm just, trying not to get skin cancer. The likelihood of having it because I'm melanated is slim, but we don't want to take no chances. I've been making my kids wear sunscreen, and my Of course, the baby, he doesn't care. He does whatever. But my oldest is my skin color, probably darker right now because he's been outside more than me. And he's like, I don't need it. And I'm like, yes, you do. And that is his daddy's fault because my husband be like, I'm cool. I need to get a tan. And I'm like, you look like milk. Like, I say that with love. You're the same color as milk. I don't need you to get skin cancer, sir, because if anybody in this family is going to get it, it's going to be you. And then, so now my oldest is like, I don't really need it. I'm good. I'm dark. No, and he wants to get darker. And I'm like, calm down. Like, you're all right. You don't need to do, you're fine. Like, I don't want you to answer. They all give me a hard time about the sunscreen, except for my two youngest ones. They're like, Mom says we need sunscreen. They just put it on. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you for not giving me problems. I want to try this mascara. So I am an eyeshadow girly. If nothing else, I'll put eyeshadow on. I won't put anything else on my face, but eyeshadow, 100%. And I don't know, I think after I had kids, I would say the second one, I kind of got out of that bag and I slowly was getting back in it. And then I got pregnant again. And this is the crazy thing, like, to think we were completely out of diapers, no more bottles, kids in school, we were finally getting some freedom, and then I was like, let's have a baby. And so, like, that's where we are right now. And he's 3, we're starting the potty train process. We've been really more lax with him because he's our 3rd and we're tired. So sorry. We've been more lax with him. I can still see you. Like, I can see the sliver of light. Do you need something?
No, love you both.
Love you too. I'm almost done. Like, when it's your 3rd kid and you have a teenager, you're just enjoying the time you have left because you know it's gonna be a blink of an eye, and then the next thing you know, he's gonna be a teenager. So I'm not rushing him to do anything. I mean, he walked earlier than my middle child. So my first son, Aiden, started walking at like 9-10 months. He went from this army crawl where he didn't use his legs to full on walking. It was nuts. And then with Lennox, my middle child, who is now 9, he was chilling. He was like, And he was so chubby. He was such a butterball. I miss it. He had such the chunkiest cheeks. He was so cute. And when he was born, like, I'll show people pictures of what he looked like when he was first born. When we took him up from the hospital, and people would be like, dang, he looks like he's like 3 months there. And I'm like, no, this is the day we left the hospital, because he was such a butterball. When my husband was filming it when he was born, before they put him to weigh him, they're like, oh, he has to be at least 10 pounds, and he was 9. He was 9 pounds. They took him early because my doctor was saying that he was too big for me, and he was measuring 8 pounds at 7 months, and she was like, yeah, he's on trend to be a 10-pound baby. That's just too big for you. And I already had a C-section with my first one, so they were telling me, like, I'm sorry, but you're definitely having a C-section with this one. Now he's all skinny, but his baby pictures are so stinking cute. And then this I'm trying for the first time. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic. Yeah, Telescopic. Let me get out my Fenty mirror so I can do this. I think, so there's 2 different type of mascaras I like. I like ones like this that are like very small, like you can tell it has a really small teeth to it. And so they do this like very nicely. So here's the one without mascara. This is the one with mascara. And it's nice because they can get those little tiny bitty hairs and really like, it's almost like combing your eyelash hairs and making them more individual so you can see them. I like ones like these, but then I also like a thicker brush that really coats and makes a lot of volume. So I like this for when I want for you to see like every single lash and really defining my eyelashes, but then I still like another one that will, see, look at that, that's so pretty. But I still like another one that will make my eyelashes look even thicker, because I'm not doing the whole fake eyelashes anymore. I've done it a couple times. The girl that I went to, I really trust. I've known her for years. We used to work together, but she is in Seattle, so obviously can't fly back just to get some eyelashes done. But I also haven't wanted to do it because I've seen all the horrors of what happens to people whose eyes are getting infected and like the damage you can do to your eyelashes when you use them like for a long time. And I'm getting older, like I've said like a lot, sorry. It's not my normal speech pattern, but I'm getting older, so I know like I'm getting older, so I know that I'm getting gray hair in here. My skin isn't bouncing back like it used to. Been losing weight is harder now that I'm in my upper 30s and all that. So I'm just trying to be intentional and be really aware of what I'm using and how it is filling with my body. And this is Boxum in the color Cherry Flip. See, but look at that, I like that little color. Not too much, but see, just a little light makeup, nothing serious, but we're gonna make this hair bigger. All right, so this is how we're going out today. Oh, we need a spray. I am going to do my Burberry today. I like this as an everyday spray. It's a Burberry Goddess. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna have some fun today and remind these kids that mama can still have some fun. So hope y'all enjoy the rest of it.
The caramel crunch is really good.
Yeah.